April 4, 1943. A B-24 Liberator named Lady Be Good lifts off from an airfield in Libya. Her target is the port of Naples, a heavily defended Axis stronghold. The crew is green. This is their first combat mission. Over the target, flak fills the sky, shaking the bomber violently. They drop their payload and turn for home, back across the Mediterranean. But on the return, a sandstorm rises from the desert below, blotting out the stars and the sea. Navigation becomes guesswork. Radio silence is absolute. The Lady Be Good is lost. Hours pass. Fuel dwindles. In the cockpit, the pilot and co-pilot peer into the inky blackness, searching for any sign of their base. Unknowingly, they fly directly over it. They see nothing but endless, featureless dark. The crew, thinking they are over the sea, makes a fatal decision. They will fly south until the engines die, then ditch in what they believe will be water. One by one, the engines cough and fail. The order is given, bailout. 9 men leap into the night, disappearing into the vast, empty blackness below. The ghost plane, set on autopilot, drones on silently into the heart of the greatest desert on Earth. The Lady Be Good flies for another 16 miles, her engines dead, before her wingtip finally digs into a sand dune. She cartwheels and slides to a stop in absolute silence, intact, preserved, and utterly alone. For 15 years, the sand keeps her secret. Then, in 1958, a British oil survey plane flying deep over the Kalancho Sand Sea spots a strange wreck. There are no records, no war here. They investigate. What they find is a time capsule. The Lady Be Good is almost perfectly preserved. The machine guns are loaded. A thermos of coffee is still drinkable. The radio works. The logbook is legible. It is as if the crew had just stepped away. But where were they? A chilling trail begins. A search party follows a set of footprints leading away from the crash, south into the void. 80 miles out, they find the first bodies. Then another. The diary of the co-pilot tells the story. A week-long march through hell, believing the sea was just over the next dune. They shared a single canteen. They shed their gear piece by piece. The final survivor walked for over 100 miles before succumbing. The mystery was solved, but the tragedy was magnified. They had bailed out only a short march from a supply dump. They had flown over their own base. The Lady Be Good did not die from enemy fire, but from a navigational error that spiraled into an epic fight for survival. The bomber and her crew became a legend, a ghost story whispered in the halls of aviation, a stark monument to the desert's indifference and the thin, fragile line between a safe return and vanishing forever.